Wow! I want to become an internet sensation just like Pokimane, but I don't know how. Maybe these big content creators like Pokimane, Shroud, and all these other helpful YouTube videos I found on YouTube. Hello gamers, it is I, an internet sensation reference, and I've come to tell you that all these videos are wrong. That's right, I'm calling these channels out. I'm not saying all of them are bad, but majority of them are definitely preying off people's curiosity and incompetence. As you can see, I'm a real internet sensation, look at these numbers. But from personal experience, a lot of the advice given from these kinds of channels are useless or just generic garbage that they stole from someone else. And the only way to really get big is by actually making content, making friends, and just having plain old good luck. But let me tell you, some of these channels are really bad. They're really bad. Let's take, for example, the YouTube video, 10 tips to grow your Twitch channel in 2020. Galaga emoji. How to grow from 0 viewers by Hammerdance. I can't say it's a terrible video, but it's unintentionally rude because at some point he just tells the audience to get a life. This isn't a joke. Before I ferociously bully this man out of existence, for the love of God, please do not harass this man or anyone that I mentioned in this video. Listen, harassment is cringe. Are you a cringe-ass Fortnite baby? No? Exactly, that's what I thought. Anyway, it's time to bully. Alright, it's time to become pyrocynical.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Hammerdance YouTube channel. Today is going to be a video about how to grow your Twitch stream. All right, guys, so before we dive into this video, let's give a shout out and thank you to the sponsor for today's video, Own.tv. Own.tv is the place to go, guys, if you're looking for some fresh new graphics for your...
Some of these people be like, oh, no, don't spend your money too quick, because you don't even know if you want to do it. This guy, no, spend all the money, spend everything you could have ever imagined, just throw it all into the stream, because you're going to be doing this for the rest of your life. Yes! Yes!
My first tip to you guys would be to focus on improving the quality of the video and audio on your stream.
He's already wrong, because starting out, what I did was, I streamed at 480p. That's right. Video quality doesn't matter that much. I don't really get the idea of spending all of your money on something you might not even stick with. Like, if you're sticking with it and you enjoy this as a hobby, then by all means do it. And if you're actually making money from it, then by all means spend as much money as you need. But if you're starting out, you don't need to be streaming at, like, what, 720p, 60 frames per second. As a Twitch streamer, you're supposed to be entertaining. Doesn't matter about, like, the video game at hand. I mean, if you're good at it and people want to watch it for the game, then yeah, okay, you kind of want better quality. But most of the time, people are there for the character, not some fucking video game. Dude, I fucking suck at video games. I'm, like, above average in, like, shooter games, like, specifically, like, TF2. When I started, I was playing Tetris. No one came in for me to play Tetris terribly. That's right, I played Tetris on technically a professional level. Just because I sucked compared to all the other professionals doesn't mean people watch me for the gameplay. They watch me because I was funny, I was weird, I literally came out of nowhere, actually. You don't need the best video quality. I don't understand this idea that you have to have, like, top-of-the-line equipment. You really don't. You find, like, a $20, $30 webcam off Amazon, like, come on. You don't need anything better than that. For microphone quality, I actually highly recommend the company Fifine. Like, unironically, they make really good products. I'd say they even compete with Blue. It's impossible to build a PC now, especially with modern equipment. Maybe not impossible, but, like, are you willing to spend $3,000 on a mid-tier PC? Like, I'll be honest, man. These scalpers are really getting out of fucking hand. Something's gotta go. Something has to go. So, I guess, like, the best thing I can say for this is, you don't need the best streaming quality. Like, I mean, yeah, like, it's better to, like, for the eyes, it's better eye candy, but, like, listen, if you're a good streamer, people are gonna stay for you, not for the fucking video quality.
So this is like a simple thing that you guys can do to improve your stream. And this is basically just like the baseline of what you're gonna need to retain some viewership. And
he's making it seem like it's a simple thing, but, like, he also assumes that you're literally fucking loaded. To get a brand new PC now? Are you kidding me? Might as well take out a fucking another mortgage.
And let's say you don't have an expensive DSLR camera as your webcam or a crazy expensive microphone. You don't need those. Tip number 2 would be talk to your audience. You guys need to engage with your audience.
Now you're probably wondering, what's the problem I have with this tip? You see, it's not even a bad tip at all. The issue I have is everyone fucking says this. This isn't something brand new. As a Twitch streamer, I have no idea what the hell you're doing not talking to your audience. First day I started streaming, I was talking to my audience because I knew for a fact no one would watch me otherwise. I mean, yeah, it's better to have like a microphone to talk to them with, but like some people just, go around it by actually typing in chat, interacting with them. You don't have to have a microphone. It's obviously easier to stream with, obviously. But still, I don't understand the idea that you have to have good equipment. You don't. People watch you for the character that you portray. And if your character that you portray is boring, I'm sorry, you need to fix something. That's the better tip. If people are not interacting with you, it just means you're not doing enough. Talk to the chat. Ask them questions. Tell them stories. Doesn't have to be like anything special. Just talk to them. Do something that no one's ever seen before. I mean, look at this shirt. Why the fuck would anyone wear this? So my gripe with this, it's not even a bad tip. It's just that it's so overused and just like, it's lost all meaning. People don't know what to gain from this. Okay, talk to your audience. No one's talking. What do? Talk about the game. Talk about your life. Like, actually, tell them to do something other than just be like, talk to your audience. Mostly people watching these videos have 0 viewers. I'm not gonna say I'm a step up above them, but whenever I get a viewer, I try to talk to them. I try to get them engaged. They're trying to be entertained. I'm trying to be the entertainer.
Tip number 3 is play games that are fun to you.
Again, I can't even say this is a bad tip. Overall, it's pretty good, but the issue I have with it is that, it's not really enough information. Play a game you enjoy. If you really don't enjoy it, then don't play it. I started by playing Tetris. I stopped liking playing Tetris on stream. Then I moved to Minecraft. Then I got bored of Minecraft. So now I'm just doing whatever the fuck I want. So yes, you should play whatever you want. But there's a really big but in that sentence. If no one's watching the game you're playing, no one's gonna watch you. You have to make sure there are actually people watching the game being played. TF2 is a good example of this because there's a few thousand viewers, and since that game is not oversaturated with other streamers playing it, it's a pretty good category to start off with. I'm not implying you play Team Fortress 2 to start off with. You can do whatever you want. You can play any game you want, but you have to keep this in mind. If there's 0 viewers for the game you're playing, no one's gonna click in.
Tip number 4. This is a kind of a tough one because I do know a lot of people struggle with this, including myself, especially when I first started. Do not feel discouraged, even if you just have 1 viewer watching.
This isn't a bad tip per se, but it's not really a tip or advice. Anyone could say, don't get discouraged. Anyone can. But I guess it's actually hard to not get discouraged, especially when starting out. He said it himself. So, I guess what I can suggest is play a game you really enjoy playing. And just talk over it. That's all you have to do. Don't focus on your view count. Don't focus on really anything for right now. I mean, obviously chat, and what if just someone comes in? Even I can ignore chat by mistake sometimes. If I'm really, really into a game. So all I can really suggest is just keep doing what you're doing. Try to have a good time doing it. Because you're obviously just going to keep being discouraged if you keep, looking at your view count. Because your view count doesn't matter. Even Hammerdance says that. He's completely right with this. He's completely right with this point. But it's not a good tip. Don't get discouraged. Don't be scared to go outside of the box. Just do what you want to do. And try to have fun doing it. That's the best way to not get discouraged. Can't really tell you to not get discouraged, because even I still get discouraged. But that shouldn't matter. As long as they're having fun in the end, keep doing what you enjoy.
Tip number 5, guys. I have talked about this a lot in all my other videos. Create a streaming schedule and stick to it. This is one of the most important. This is like top 3.
It's not a bad tip, but like, it's just generic garbage at this point. Like, come on. If you don't already have a schedule, you should just make one. Try to find a time you can stream consistently around. I stream every day at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Watch me. So, my viewers know when to, see my stream.
Tip number 6 from me is go outside and experience things. The thing is, the hard part about streaming...
Tip number 6, get a life. Most of this shit's really like generic and boring, but this is by far the most extreme thing you said.
Have music playing lightly in the background. Especially if you're not in a competitive game where you need to think and you need complete silence. Like some music lightly playing in the background, it kind of breaks up that like awkwardy silent feeling that some streams get. Like I'm sure if you went on Twitch and sorted by lowest to highest viewers in some category and you clicked on all the people that have 0 viewers in certain games, a lot of them have something in common, and that...
Okay, so he also forgets to mention that a lot of these big streamers don't have any music playing in the background either. You really don't have to have music playing in the background. I mean, I guess to like make it feel less awkward. I don't know. Whenever I like put music on, I always just like having to hear something in the background because I don't know. The in-game audio is sometimes just boring to me. But you don't have to do that at all. Music doesn't take away from awkward silence. I don't get this idea. You can have awkward silence at a party just because it's noisy around you and no one's saying anything. That's awkward silence. So, just talk. Talk about the game you're playing. Talk about your life. I said this earlier. Just talk about something. Just don't try to force it, I guess. That's the best way I can describe it.
Tip number 8 here. This is another quality of life improvement for your stream. Either purchase or learn how to design your own overlays.
This is fucking wrong. I will stand by this. You do not need to go above and beyond for your stream overlays. Oh, wait. Oh, I see why. He added this in so he can get money. Whoa, money.
I want you to go and watch some other streams. Like pick out 3 of your top favorite streamers to watch. Watch them and then analyze what it is that you like about them. What
Watching streamers isn't a bad idea, but you should also remember that if you're watching a big streamer, they're a big streamer. They can do what the hell they want. Because they can. They're gonna get an audience regardless of what they do, mostly. So I recommend watching smaller content creators, smaller streamers, to see what they do. See what makes them get a consistent 10 viewership or even 5 viewership.
to create content on other platforms to grow on Twitch.
Yeah, this is just a good tip. I have like no complaints. Not many people are saying this right now. But overall, yeah, as long as you're making like content on other platforms, and let's just say you love on one specific platform, then everyone's gonna probably follow suit and follow you on Twitch or whatever streaming platform you're on. So what I recommend is make content any way you please, as long as you're making something. I just want to say this before I give my final verdict. This is not attack towards Hammerdance. He's done nothing wrong to me. I don't even know him, actually. This happened to be one of the videos I stumbled upon, and I realized that it was just really boring and bad. It's boring and bad. It's filled with just complete generic garbage that you should already know. I mean, yeah, the only thing I probably suggest doing from this entire thing is make other content. You don't have to just stream primarily, because stream primarily is probably the worst and slowest way to grow. Now that we covered the somewhat ignorant advice, let's get back to the generic advice from the large content creators. From everyone's favorite.
So today we have to teach people how to get viewers on Twitch. Oh. I guess you're right.
I don't hate Pokimane. There's not a direct attack towards her or her content. Unless she calls me out. I think we've done enough stalling for right now. Time to learn how to become an internet sensation.
Tip number 1. Interactivity is key. You're the one that... Tip number 2. You grow on Twitch for reasons outside of Twitch. Which is like the... On Instagram, you post more photos, you tag those as well, you follow people that do similar things to you and network with them. But Twitch has none of that. So naturally, people just think, oh, I just need to stream really long hours. I need to keep grinding, and sooner. If you have more viewers, you're showcased to more people. And that's when you really want to grind long hours. When you're already at the top of a category and more people can see you, the longer you stream. But then you want to make it a lot easier for people to discover you. And how do you do that? By posting your stream on outlets outside of Twitch. Whether that's a subreddit that's related to what you're doing. Let's say you're doing a 12-hour knitting stream. Maybe post your live stream on the knitting Reddit. Is that a thing? I really don't. That's gotta be a thing. Or if you grow, this is where you can actually use the platform and algorithm in order to get more eyeballs on your content. That can be incredible because you just tell your community there to come watch you on Twitch. And boom, you instantly have a good and set amount of viewers and a community to come. You wanna post your channel and say you're playing with viewers. Are you really good at a game? In which case you can do it with more. So figure out how you can attract viewers, and then what I was doing would stumble across my stream and I would just play with viewers or get to know people, and that's how I made so many friends and people that you play with, how you can watch you. That helps a ton as well.
Terrible.
Tip number 3, the door metaphor. Okay, hear me out. I was thinking about this while lying in bed the other day, and I forced myself out of bed to write it down because it's probably the best way I've ever thought of.
Hey, wait a minute. Luigi's in the pocket.
Is good enough to make them want to stay.
No.
The contents of the room need to be worth staying for.
Is she about to say stream?
You get it? Like, contents
swear to God.
of a room.
If she's
Like, streaming content.
shut the fuck up, Pokemon. I have a literal penguin. It's so soft.
Smiley.
But if your content isn't that good, then people aren't going to stick around and you won't be left with many viewers. If your stream sucks, no one's going to stay.
Hey,
In the
actually
same
agree
way
with
that,
this.
and on giving them a good reason to want to stick around. Doesn't even matter, man. Nothing matters anymore.
Stop being funny. Stop
What was
being
this video
funny.
about again? Amazing content, but if nobody ever clicks on it and you get 0 views, it's still 0 people watching. 0 views
The
equals.
Einstein of Twitch.
Listen, guys, it's like a formula, okay? It's your content times the views you. So, because girls are
What have
kind
I
of a
done to
minority in
deserve this?
gaming, or at least they were a lot more when I first started that out, you can then start thinking about how you want to reach
Why?
your target audience, which are people that enjoy the same things that you do. If you want to do, someone sees that, they think,
I don't
oh my god,
play
I love that
fucking
game
League, I
too,
play
or
Team
I play that
Fortress
too.
2.
And
No
they
one watches
instantly
Team
connect with
Fortress
you,
2.
and it gives them a This brings me to today's sponsor, Honey. I usually don't like to take too many brand deals. Last but not least, tip number 5, wee-wees, which stands for, would you watch your stream? Try to answer these questions, figure out why or why not, and figure out what you can specifically do to be better. One of the best ways to learn anything is to
I actually agree with that point a lot. Like, unironically, this is like a really good point. Would you watch your own stream if you were streaming? If no, then do something different.
reverse engineer a process. So what I mean by that is think of the streamers that you like the best and figure out how you came to know them. Did you find them on a subreddit called
Actually, it's a very good point. That's like a really good point that I've never seen anywhere else. I can't believe I'm saying this. But I came into this expecting the worst video ever. I mean, the beginning wasn't really that. The beginning wasn't really that good. But I left with an actually great point. That's actually really good, and I learned something new. I can't believe I'm saying this, but thank you, Pokemon. I had to sit through your entire terrible video to get to the last good point. Wow, Pokemon. Thank you for the advice. Now I know I've become a true internet sensation. In all seriousness, it's not that bad advice. It's just generic and bland. Oh wait, you want me to give you advice? Alright. I got 4 things to live by, and here's number 1. Don't be yourself. Yeah, that's right. Don't be yourself. I've seen a lot of people say, just be yourself. And I'm pretty sure even I've said that at one point. Play a character. Or if you don't want to play a character, just be an exaggerated form of yourself. People are there for the character you portray. Number 2, remember this is just a hobby. If you make it big, by all means pursue it as a career. If you're like me, who rarely maxes out at 6 to 10 viewers, it's a hobby. Stream to have fun, not job stability. Not everyone's gonna make it, and you just have to accept it. I don't know if I'm ever gonna make it. And frankly, it doesn't concern me. I stream to have fun. And the best advice I can give is, if you're not having fun, do something else. Or just stop streaming entirely. It's not for everyone. Number 3, learn to talk. Probably the most generic advice I can give out, but you have to learn how to talk. You can't sit there in silence. No one's gonna want to watch you if you do. No one in chat is gonna talk if you're just barely functioning as a human being. I know I'm being very rude right now, but you have to learn how to talk. I've seen a bunch of streamers just sit there in silence, not knowing what to do. Just talk about the game, or current events, or some things that even happen in your life. The 4th and final thing I have is, spend as much money as you feel like is needed. I say this because I have seen a few people just spend all of their money on streaming equipment, video games, a brand new PC just to stream, and they don't enjoy it. If you throw your money all at the expensive stuff and you're not going to enjoy what you're doing, then you just wasted all of your money. If you want to start streaming but don't have a webcam or even a microphone for this instance, just go on Amazon. You probably can find something. Now, I bought all this fancy stuff for streaming. The green screen, the lights I have, the microphone I have, even the webcam, because I love streaming. Hell, I even bought my fucking computer. My $1,500 computer for streaming. Yeah, I don't have a lot of viewers, but I don't really care. I have an actual following, and that's already enough just to put tears in my eyes. I honestly love it. Streaming is one of my favorite things to do. If you want some more real, genuine advice, I highly recommend watching this video by Hey Shady Lady on YouTube. It's just 40 minutes of fantastic advice. Even I learned something new. Anyways, gamers, that's all the time I have for today. I'll catch you all in the next one. Adios, gamers.
Why didn't anyone ever tell me my butt was so big?